a look at our books. I'm not going to do a full review on them. Again, some of these we just scanned through and the kids just like reading them or looking through them, because some of them we did get without any words, and it basically tells a story. This was an awesome book. They got really creative with it. And this was the Sea Dreams. So I'm going to give you the name and the author, so that way you can definitely check those out. Okay, well, this is our actual 5 in a row book that we wrote, was Miss Rumpus. And this is a story by Barbara Cooney. Great story. We love it. This is definitely going to be on my Amazon wish list. Or when it comes out on there, we're definitely just going to purchase it. That's what I've been doing lately. So that's the book we wrote. That's the book where we got our main stuff from. So we got a lot of ocean books. This is Sea Turtles. And I don't remember who this was by. Let's see. No, it doesn't even. I don't see it. But they got to do. See that one? We got this book here. I love this cover. And this is Animals That Live in the Sea. This should be the front right here. Yes. We liked the realistic pictures we got in these. So this is definitely one we picked up. And they were able to go back through and check. If we're talking about something, they could go and scan through this book and get it. Hello Ocean was another great one. That was Pam Munoz, so that was good. And this one again, my son can read. Very easy words. So if you have an early beginning reader as well, the words are nice and big, very short, like 1 or 2 sentences on the book. So I do like that one. A lot of these, like I said, we scanned through, and unfortunately I didn't read all of them because the kids just like making up their stories, which is fine with me. And here's this one here. Oh, this one's actually my garden one. Okay, so hold on. Give me a second with that one. I'll show you that one in a minute. Let's see if there was another story one. Our Amazing. Okay, I think these are all activity ones. Our Amazing Ocean. So again, we have another. It's kind of activities. It does tell you more about it, and some of them, there is little activities in here. So this one was good, and like that one. And then for sure we got little projects that we did on hands-on projects for the ocean. So we do like those. They give you a lot of different little simple activities you can do. These were really great. Oh, the seashore. Again, this had more little ways for you to discover the ocean. Here we go. What the seashore, place to live, seashores, burrows, fishes. And again, they just basically, we use this one for scanning as well. Scanning through or researching through it. The sea. Another activities and way for you to use things you have at home and how to do anything like that. So this was a great book. Okay, and everything else for our art, what we got was, again, we did ocean because of the book, Miss Rumpus. We did the ocean. How to draw fish. These are super, super, super great picture. We love these. You'll see further along in my video of them doing the pictures. This one's great. So it starts off with a simple shape, and then it leads you on, shows you how to do them. And that one and this one are exactly the same thing. So that one was how to draw fish, and this is how to draw whales. So you have those. I don't know, some of these books. Again, these are library books, so they're not in the best condition. There we go. But they are very usable. My kids still loved them. This one we absolutely love. I recommend this book if you can find it. Ocean's Drawing Book. And the reason we really did like this one, not just because the cover was colorful, but what we did is themed out. So here's your clams, and it starts out with your basic shape and then goes through. But once it's here, on the bottom it says crayon. So we used a crayon on that one. The next image here, which was the starfish, it said colored pencil. So we did use colored pencils that day with it. And then on the clownfish and the anemone here, we used watercolor. So I did like that. So every day we used a different thing of what we had, of course. Like I don't have any pastel pencils, so for that one we just use regular matte pencils. But it gives you a little great view of what you can do with different art techniques. So fine tip marker. So that is pretty neat, and we do love them. So I highly recommend this one. Again, that one is the Rolf Masello's Ocean Drawing Book. So I do like that one. And then these are the garden ones. because Miss Rumpus, of course, she makes the world beautiful by planting lupines everywhere. So, of course, we got Harold and the Purple Crayon, The Giant Garden. So, this is a good book. This is Garden Friends, and then this is a Reader's. This was level 1. This was nice, and it's very simple. This one. Hello, butterfly, you are resting on a flower. So, that one's great. I think these 4 are actually very small. Flower Garden by illustrator. It's on top. Okay, here we go. Eve Bunton. We saw this one again, and then this is how they create. They still get a garden, and they live in the city. So this was kind of, we demonstrated how this was the same as Miss Rumpus, you know, before she lived by the ocean and whatnot and made the world beautiful. She had to be traveling a lot, so she didn't really have a garden. So, but these people make use of what they have and how to still make a garden. Dandelions. Love it, love it. Even though it has like a prairie theme to it, this was still a great book. We are, again, this is Eve Bunting. We're probably going to grab this book again when we do our Peter Rabbit Tale, just because it was a good one. I might actually just buy this one. It is a little bit longer of a read, but it is a great story. So, I highly recommend Dandelions. We are in Texas, so we got a Texas Wildflower, a children's field guide to the state's most common flower. Again, just a glance on it, it gives you a pretty simple drawing and then the names and some facts about each flower. We didn't draw anything out of this one. I wish we had, but we didn't get to do one out of there. And this is the one that we saw earlier. Again, this was Gardens as well. Rose's Special Garden. So, there's that one. And it shows you your basics of how planting and sowing and digging and taking care of and watching whatnot on there. Again, my daughter liked this one, of course, because of the little girl in it, and that's the main point in the story. Okay, and she was sure she had the best garden of all. So it was a great kid story as well. And that's it for my books that we wrote along here. The only 2 that we had at home that I used was, of course, the Amazing Dolphins. That's we already have here, and Fish Do the Strangest Things. This is my 3-year-old's favorite book, so he does love that. So we used that one as well. And that's it for books. With every row, we check for origin, and we try to do a flag going towards like the country or the state. My kids learned a valuable lesson. Just because it comes on online does not mean it's a good resource, so they do have to now check resources. This was from a Fable resource, so that is not the correct flag of Maine. Our story hour held a little trick-or-treating. This was the week before Halloween, since it fell on a Tuesday, so they had a little craft that always goes along. We also attended the parade this year. For the Halloween parade, our town does have. Rollins here is Ferdinand. He's super cute, his favorite little character. Our co-op had our lunch, our Halloween lunch. Mouse was just making a mess everywhere. Here in this one, I am showing you, this is our self-defense class, and I kind of blurred out everybody's faces, and I know you really can't see too well, but I'm hoping you can catch at least my son, which is in all the brown. He was actually Hank the cow dog. He did have a cat with little ears on it, but this is showing them how they pull away from a stranger who would be holding them and whatnot. And so he did really well, and I'm really hoping that you can see how it did. I did the blurring for a reason, for safety reasons for the other children, but I mean, obviously I'm not an expert at it, so I hope it really works out. I gotta figure out how to use that. Time change and cooler weather, we have been enjoying our evenings for walking and just playing outdoors. The kids have always caught fireflies since the summer, so that's not too different. And this was an awesome moment. I asked my son what he was doing, if he was looking at the stars, and he says, I'm just seeing what Roman numeral numbers they're making, which was awesome because that just gives you a feeling that you're actually doing something right, and when they're still talking about school.
Art Wednesday. So we are going to do 2 different types of drawings today. We are going to do out of a book. We got these awesome ocean drawing books, so it's going to have different types of characters. We have 2 other different ones. We have how to draw fish, and then we have how to draw whales. Can I see this one, Rollins? And it's how to draw whales, a kid's guide to drawing. And these are, I love these. The kids had fun with these last week on a different subject. But so you'll start with your basic shapes, and then it shows them how you can transform. Well, thank you, sir. Thank you very much. And then I think Memphis is using. Yep, you can draw sharks, insects, fish, rainforests, all kinds of things. Memphis has how to draw a fish is what but we are using Art Hub. Okay, well, it just switched off. But we are using Art Hub on YouTube, and he is drawing a, what are you drawing, Memphis, today?
Well.
A well, okay. And I like these two different forms. One, because this dictates, it tells them how to do it, so they have to follow instructions and pay attention. Again, that can be independently done. These ones as well, they can just follow through it. And during this time, I can get cleaning done, get floor swept and whatnot, because they're intrigued by this. But we also are going to do a painting today, so hence this is an old tablecloth I had that had got paint cloth on it, and instead of tossing it, we now just use it, so that way we have, instead of having to use something different. So this is a look at our Wednesday.
And with our ocean study, we basically did a lot of art, of course, because the kids just, like I said, they love those books. We found them at the library, so they were not going to put them down. We did art almost every day. They did, however, in the background, I don't have it on right now because my son was being crazy, the other one. There was a lot of documentary. Of course, we watched the classics like Finding Nemo, but we did watch Free Willy. That had nothing really basically to do with the ocean, but we did watch a lot of documentaries, which again, my kids love, and my kids actually know more. Like every time something would come up, I'd be like, what did that say? And they would already know, and they would just like basically teach me. They love Wildcrafts. They're constantly watching that, and National Geographic, so they were very well aware of what was going on. They, like I said, they love these books, and my daughter, who does not like to draw at all because she's not perfectionist, and she still quite doesn't grasp the fact that my son, who is older, draws better than her, and I told her it's just an age difference and we'll get it. So I taught her a technique here, where when you trace something, I did let her trace, even though I'm not a big person on trace. I did let her trace it because she wanted to put it on a painting grade paper, which wasn't, you're not able to trace over that. So we did deodorant on here, and you just rub it on the side where you've traced, and then you're going to flip it over, and you're going to rub the deodorant. You can use any deodorant. We just had this one on hand, and it's one that wasn't being used. So this, again, that you just lay it over and you hold it, make sure you hold it tight. It's kind of like a stencil almost, and you put a good amount of deodorant over, and it's going to leave a slight impression. I mean, the darker the color it is, I definitely say use pencil or matte pencil. You wouldn't be able to really get anything off of a marker just because that's like a permanent state. But once you pick it up, you're going to see a slight stencil, and then she went ahead and she just used the outline and did it again, and then she was able to paint over afterwards. So it was really easy. I didn't tell her that I learned this technique by when I was in public school. That's how we put tattoos on ourselves. We would draw something we like.
It's like a humongous building. Bigger than your phone.
Bigger than my phone. Oh my goodness. And where was this at?
It was at my great grandfather's garage.
Your great grandfather's garage?
Yeah.
Oh
I changed and put it on my great grandfather's foot.
Oh my goodness.
My great grandfather had bigger feet than my dad.
Oh my goodness.
And I never seen that spider.
You've never seen that spider?
Yeah. He can do it super fast.
Oh my goodness.
So here are our vocabulary words that we do with every row. Like I said, I just use basic index cards, and I have them draw a picture of it on the back of what they think the word means. Of course, they use their dictionary. Throughout the week, we pretty much, this is the week before Halloween, because the week of Halloween, we were going on vacation. So this is not in order like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday like I normally did. I have stuff back and forth here just with packing and everything. I try to get everything done and still school off the basics. Here's a look at our vacation in Galveston. It is a fishing trip vacation, so I hope you enjoy these pictures and slight videos.
Hello, I'm at the ocean.
You're at the pier.
I'm at the pier fishing.
You're like that. What's your thing? Go there. By Dad.
Daddy, why'd you have to catch a big fish?
shark, man.
Is it big? Oh my God! He got the shark! It's a shark! It's a shark!
Oh, it's a little shark.
Move back, Jenny. Move back, Jenny. Move back because it'll bite you, crazy. What do you mean why?
It will too. Get back.
Yeah. No, I want to bring it up.
Move more to your left, Vicente. Oh,
It's a grouper.
it's not a group.
It's a grouper.
It's not a group. Hey, get your butt out of there. Junie, grab your kites, please. It's right there. It's a whiting.
Oh my God! It's a female.
It's a fish.
These reds are so gorgeous. This one had a blue tail. We've only seen one other one with the blue tail that way, but they're so gorgeous. This guy was too little, so we did let him go. We normally keep our fish, and of course we eat our fish. We don't just keep them for a game. He went back into the ocean and he had a good day. This little guy just loves the ocean, and there was no way of keeping them out of the water, but it's October. It's late October at that. This was after Halloween or the day before Halloween, I think. We did have the kayak out there, so we get to enjoy. These were the area we were at. These were what we consider flats. The kids, Memphis was drawing this great thing out there. I'm not sure what exactly, because again, when they're doing something like this, I like to just keep my distance and just observe, and they tend to get along and everything goes away without me putting any input, and I just love that about them. This night, it was just me and the kids fishing. My husband and the two youngest were stayed in. One day out of the trip, we did a resort day. We didn't do any fishing that day, so we just hanged out at the resort. They have putt-putt there, so the kids do enjoy that. In the clubhouse, they had different little contests going on for Halloween. They had like a drawing contest. Of course, they had game contests. I believe this stay. They didn't have bingo like last time, but they had Connect 4 challenge, and then they win either like a soda or a chip or a candy from the concession or like the little house they have there.
Go, little baby. That way. That way. You need more of a hockey pair.
Hey, like this.
Oh.
Oh, he wants to do it by himself. Putt-putt was getting serious here. My husband has to stand off the thing. It's just being silly. But after a few games or a few rounds, I think we only did two, not a few. So we did a round or two of putt-putt, and then on the playground and just sitting around, we headed back to the building and we decided to barbecue. My daughter here looks very cute and innocently, but what she was doing is trying to take a little frog into our room.
She's always picking up critters. That's just her. We constantly have to check. I constantly have to check her. The kids enjoyed flying their kites and playing with their airplanes and just running around, being able to be relaxed. I mean, they're always relaxed, so vacation was definitely fun for us. Even though we didn't do any trick-or-treating and we know we were on vacation, we did, however, let the kids wear their costumes throughout the day. We visited the Pleasure Pier, I believe that's what it's called. This was from the Forrest Gump scene. So we did enjoy it. The kids have never seen the movie, so they didn't understand it. On checkout day, I had already had planned that we were going to go visit a lighthouse that I had seen at a nearby island, since our row of the Little Red Lighthouse and the Great Great Bridge. We took the ferry across. The kids absolutely love it. Of course, we had to stop and check out the local fishing areas on this island, and we did catch a few fish here, so we did enjoy it. Also, the kids were able to pick up some awesome shells that I used on a DIY. I just gave these guys a quick rinse and I hot glued them onto a picture frame. I saw the idea somewhere and I really liked it.
It does have a blue tail. Oh! Good job, Jennifer. Right there's good. Right there's good. I got you.
Dad, look at that.
Oh.
That's to be bigger than my foot. Oh my.
This might be a keeper. Right there.
We can get him. Reel it, Memphis. Reel it.
Oh yeah, big guy.
Oh my goodness, guys, this is Rollins. He is my character. He is my self-proclaimed funny bunny. That is his nickname he gave himself. He's just adorable. This is Memphis, my oldest. He loves fishing. He's extremely smart, mathematics, science, all of it. He loves it. And my Junie bug. She is what I call my chunky monkey. Of course, that was when she was a baby. She's no longer chunky and monkey, but she's a character as well in her own way. She looks just like her dad. At least to me, she does. I wanted to get a good picture of them with the lighthouse behind them, so I got these really great. I did frame these already, so they look really good. Here it is. Here's my Raleigh and all his faces. I have to take like 3 or 4 of this kid because he's just, in each one it's completely different. And he doesn't want to cut his hair right now, so we're just letting him go at it. Here's my June bug. I just love her smile when she smiles. I love it, I love it, I love it. And this is Miles, guys. He is 1, he'll be 2 in January, and he is his own little person. He is really a little people. He is no way a toddler or a baby. He is a little people. He's funny. He's been very vocal these past couple of months, so we've been enjoying him so much. I love that I got these pictures. I'm so excited. I can't wait till they get older. I hope like they remember that the lighthouse, to the story that they reference it, even though it's not the exact lighthouse. We finished our day there just with more fishing. We really enjoy it. The whole family does. My kids have been brought up since they were little fishing, so it's something that definitely is family. Thank you again for watching. I hope you